What is up, guys? This is my first jiu-jitsu competition here at Jiu-Jitsu World League in Anaheim. Here I am on the mats competing at featherweight, 154 pounds and under. I have my first match of the day here against someone from Carlson Gracie. He decides to pull guard here, and so I'm feeling pretty good. I knew I wanted to play top position. I wanted to be the one passing here. And so he's just holding on to both of my lapels, not really setting up any sweeps. Really, I think he's really just trying to off-balance me, but I have good posture here, and I'm able to get a grip of the pants, and I'm able to almost pass here, but he's able to, have good guard retention and get his knees inside and make sure that I don't pass. Resetting here, setting up a knee slice and controlling the pant grips, trying to work around his long legs. And so I had a lot of nerves going into this match. Really scared for my first competition, but after the first couple matches, I felt more in the groove. So you'll see that later on. But as you can see here, I'm trying to control the pant grip. I'm trying to get rid of the bottom pant leg, but his top leg keeps following me. I'm trying to circle around. I'm controlling his lapel too. He tries to sit up. I put him back down, and I'm trying to pass on the inside, but this guy's got really long legs. And so he's trying to stop me from advancing to closer to his head. I say that's fine with me. Kind of settle for a little bit. I'm trying to slow the pace down, trying to pin that leg, but he kind of puts me almost in a full guard, but I step up with one leg, get my knee in the middle, so he's not able to fully close the guard, and I'm able to put him to one side and set up a knee slice. This is my preferred passive choice, and you'll see me use it all day today in this white belt tournament. I've been training for about 8 months, but for the tournament, I really wanted to work on a couple of moves that would help me excel, and the knee cut pass is one of those. I'm finally able to pass his long legs and settle into side control here. I'm trying to control the hip line and pin the hip so he can't buck me. I'm also trying to pull that right elbow up. I don't want it under my hip. I don't want him pushing me off. And so I'm really trying to pin him here. I go for the mount, which is a bad mistake. A guy with long legs, he's able to put me back into his half guard. Which was a big mistake by me because now I have to basically rework to get back into side control. So I'm still on top, which is good, which is favorable for me. I'm applying pressure, a little bit of a crossface with my shoulder into his neck, trying to keep him flat. And I'm able to slide my knee through, get back into side control. Another 3 points. So we're up 6 right here. Really controlling him. He's trying to go for a shoulder crunch. He goes for this multiple times, but it's not really effective against me. I make a huge mistake again, the same exact mistake. Try to go for mount and end up in half guard. My coach is yelling at me here, telling me not to end up in half guard again because I have to keep reworking. It's just you're expending more energy than you have to. So here, he's has a deep grip on my neck, but can't really do anything with it. He's not really going for a cross collar, and it's not deep enough. So I'm just flattening him out with my own grip across his face with the lapel. Here, controlling the hip line. I'm looking at the time. We're looking pretty good on time. I go for knee on belly here. And I go into full mount. So here, I believe I'm up by, I believe 12 points. It's 12-0 right now. Just trying to move around. And I am trying to maintain position. I have, if I'm not mistaken, I have grips on his lapel, and I'm just trying to get rid of his arms. He's trying to grab onto my lapels and do things with it. So I'm trying to get rid of it. And so I probably should have gone for a submission because we're getting close to the 5-minute mark, but I decided not to just because I really just want to be able to win the match based on points. I set up pressure, cross collar. He's got his hands inside, so I can't finish the choke, but by the end of the match. But yeah, that's match 1. So this is match 2, much more skilled opponent, as you'll see here. Get my knee inside again, just like I want. He pulls guard. But he takes my lapel and loops it around his leg for this like modified lasso. And so I notice this and I try to backstep, get control of his head. I'm trying to pass into side control here, and I kind of do. I'm able to get it for a second, but I see a mount opportunity and I go. And he's able to slip through the back and take a single leg, and then boom, body lock, and sinks in a arm around my neck, and he starts looking for my back. I'm trying to turn into him, but he's able to get his hooks in and fully settle into the back take, and he's able to submit me here with the rear naked choke. So this was about 5 minutes after winning my first match, so I was pretty tired, but you know, it is what it is. It's really unlucky that he was able to get to the back, but I now in the losers bracket, which means the highest medal I can get is 3rd place. So I am fighting someone else in my bracket, go for that single leg. It's not working. This guy was much stronger than the other opponents, but able to control him here. He decides to not pull guard like most of the other guys. So I'm, looking for a takedown. He's not really shooting too much, so we're just grip fighting. I'm trying to keep my level low, so if he does shoot any sort of single leg, double leg, ankle pick, I can sprawl, I can react to it. And so I know that I don't want to play guard. My game plan is not to play guard. And so he tries to go for an inside trip. I step through and trip him, and I'm able to get the takedown for 2 points. Controlling his leg here, trying to pass, and I'm able to control one of the legs, cut the corner, come all the way around, and land into side control here. Go into north-south for a little bit, but back into side control. Establish my 3 points. And same thing with the same game plan as the first match. Establish side control. And so I think I'm here for a little while before I go for a Keskatami, a submission from Keskatami, and it does not work. He gets his arm free, but here I'm just applying pressure. Feeling pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, I start to cramp about in my hips about here, but no excuse. We're pushing through. He tries to trap my leg a little bit. I just slide my leg through. Maintaining good pressure. That's something that I really tried to work on. My side control is definitely not my greatest asset. My top pressure. I go for knee on belly here, able to get the points. And instead of going on to mount, I slide back into side control because I feel like I don't want to get caught in half guard again and have to work. So we reset in the middle. Feeling pretty good right now. We're up points. And so what I've noticed after going through this whole experience is that most of the white belt matches, people actually win by points. There are definitely some people that can get submissions and that are well trained to go for submissions, but I've definitely noticed scoring points is definitely more important than getting a submission. So that saying of position over submission is definitely true here at the white belt level. So I would definitely prioritize getting your points and racking them up. And so that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm just, maintaining side control. He's trying to, get back into some sort of half guard, full guard. And I try to move in a mount there. I get caught in half guard. Big mistake. But I am in half guard. I am on top, which is what I wanted. And I'm a pretty decent half guard player. I'm pretty good at passing from the half guard. It's not too difficult for me. Most people at the white belt level don't really know what to do from half guard, so I feel pretty confident moving in I'm able to move in a mount. I am able to grab the lapel and flatten him out. He's trying to fight my other hand. So I'm feeling pretty good here. I'm on mount. I'm up a good amount of points. And so looking for a submission, but I'm not rushing it. I'm not trying to give up my position just to try to shoot for a submission and then get flipped onto my back and possibly be on the ground. So feeling pretty good, applying lots of pressure. And so I get a little overconfident here, I believe. He starts pushing me, and I start to just relax and straighten up, which is definitely not something you want to do. Like, I just start sitting back. So right about here, I'm just like chilling, like I'm looking up, and he bucks me. My coach is yelling at me not to do that. I smile because I'm pretty confident at this point, which is pretty good. I go for an armbar here because we only have 30 seconds left or some small amount of time. So he's able to come on top. Terrible attempt, and have a scissor sweep ready to go to knock him back over. But that's a win. And so this is the finals, or not the finals, but this is the last match. And whoever wins this gets the third place medal. And this is the same guy that I had my first match against, and I won that. So I was feeling very, very confident. He pulls guard. I get my knee in the middle, make sure he doesn't close. Able to grab the bottom pant leg here, if you can notice, and working past the guard here. I do much better this third match about passing this guy's guard, even though he's got long legs. The first match was really just figuring out what this guy was all about. You know, this guy has good long legs, so he's going to want to play half guard, full guard. And so now that I'm past, I'm here, able to move into full side control. And so I'm really able to pin him down. So I know this guy doesn't really like to go for submissions when I'm in side control, so I'm really putting a lot of pressure into him. I feel really safe here. And so I'm not really doing too much. Just holding him down. You know, we got 5 minutes at the white belt level, so spending most of my time just keeping him pinned. I've got my 3 points for passing the guard, and so we're up. No need to rush anything. Just making sure I maintain my position. And so we reset in the middle here. And so while we reset, I'm going to take some time to give some advice. You know, I am still a white belt, so take this advice, you know, with a grain of salt, but I have competed once before, so I feel confident giving this information, but work on what really helped me during this tournament was working on the basics, passing the guard, maintaining control in certain positions, right? Side control is something that I'm very weak at, and I'm able to really capitalize on maintaining good side control during the tournament. And so it really helped me. And so right there, you just saw me get mount, took a big step over. I know that guy had long legs, so I took a really big step to be able to compensate because I kept getting caught in his half guard, so I decided to take a really big step, and I'm able to end up in mount. And so he turns on his back. I'm looking for the back take. And so he's able to bounce out. And so I have to pass again. We're still up. We're in this kind of half guard. He's trying to push me away. And he almost gets me caught in a triangle here, but I have my shoulder inside. I have one arm, one head in, so he could get the triangle, but my shoulder's inside, and he doesn't do an effort to cover it. And so I'm really having good posture, making sure he doesn't pull me to the ground. And so I'm feeling good. And so I shoot my other hand in. I'd rather be in full guard than in some sort of full triangle. He tries to go for a Kimura here. He has control of my hand, but I step up here, grab my thigh, and he's not able to finish the Kimura. So I feel good. I stack him to be able to break the triangle lock, kind of, and we end up in this reverse mount. And so from here, he's looking to buck and re-scramble. I'm looking to pass into side control. We end up in half guard. We compromise and end up in half guard. And so that's fine by me. I passed this guy's half guard multiple times, so I feel confident doing it another time, and I'm able to do that here. And just like that, we're got another 3 points on the board. Controlling his elbow, making sure it's not pushing me away. Feeling pretty confident at this point. He's looking for some lapel stuff. Trying to go for a lapel choke from side control, but it's not tight enough. I'm just defending it just in case, but he doesn't have it tight. I'm just going to get it off me. And just like that, he lets go because he knows he doesn't have it. And I am reestablishing side control. Another big step into mount. I do the same exact thing. This guy looks to put me in half guard every time I try to move from side control to mount, so I make sure this match to be able to really step over and adjust. So I'm glad I was able to make the adjustments going into this second time fighting this guy. It made it much easier. I had a much easier time this second match than the first match against him. And if I'm not mistaken, I win here with 30 seconds left in full mount. So it was a great experience. Thank you to Jiu-Jitsu World League, Anahiem. It was an amazing first tournament experience, and we ended up with the bronze medal and pretty successful tournament. I think there are definitely a lot of things I could work on going into my next one, but I'm really happy. And also, huge shout out to my girlfriend for recording this and for supporting me along the way. Yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.